Hi everyone, welcome to Beauty by Trish. We are going to do a very long, very personal, very real chit chat, get ready with me, trying some new products video. So I have a cup of coffee here. I invite you all to please go get a cup and join me. Maybe this video will help you all understand where I've been, what's been going on with me. So I have on my face my moisturizer. I have on some eye cream. I am going to do a little more eye cream. I'm going to use my Hope in a Tube here. I'm going to tell you I'm going to try my best not to get emotional. I make no promises. Okay, I want to show you this before I go any further because I don't want to put my primer on my face and have to wipe it off. When I went to Walmart to get some more of my hard candy hydrating spray I love, I saw a few new things, so I grabbed them. This is Instant Lip Fix. This side is your scrub. This side is your treatment. I immediately thought of e.l.f. Okay, this is like going to be like e.l.f. No, but it's quite messy. This is the way it's looking. Nothing like the e.l.f. one. If you see this and you think that, let me just forewarn you, this is messy. Okay, I'm going to show you. Where's my tissue here? Okay, the granules are very, very small on this. It does feel creamy, whereas the e.l.f. one is quite rough and abrasive. But if you like to wear matte lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, that kind of thing, then you want something that's going to really do a good job exfoliating. This I would pass on. Let me show you. It says to do this in a circular motion. Now, when I first did this, it's attractive, right? When I first did this, you can see how much worse. It's just very soft. When I first started using this, it was almost like just a really creamy balm. I didn't feel anything at all. After I used it a couple times, I did feel something. And I have done this video. This is probably, say this is the third or fourth time I've done this video. It started out a first impression. I mean, it did a little bit. It really didn't do a lot. I'm going to show you this treatment side. It is in a doe foot applicator. And this is a, let me kind of show you like this and see if you can pick it up better. How thick. Yeah, it's very thick. It does feel very, very nice on the lips, but I would not buy it just for that. So I will use this, but I would not buy it by any means. This is another thing from Hard Candy that I did see and pick up. This is Sheer Envy Instant Eye Fix Under Eye Treatment. It depuffs, brightens, smooths, primes, and moisturizes. And I do feel that it does moisturize. If you want a little extra moisturization under your eyes, but you're not really wanting a tackiness from, say, a primer, then this might be good for you. It does come out kind of a flesh color. See if I can do this without making a mess. It really does not have cover. If you're wanting something that has a little more cover, then I would go with the L'Oreal CC if you want something like that. And this does have a metal ball, so it does feel good on your eyes. I prefer the ball over this kind of a applicator myself, but that is, you know, just personal preference really. It does feel good going on, and I notice it moisturizing and doing a little more right here on each eye. I have a little bit, that's just a birthmark. I have a little more of a gathering of dryness. So I do notice more there than anywhere on my under eye. I do notice a little bit of a difference when I use it. Is it something that I would rebuy? I don't know at this point. And then I like to wipe that off to where there's no more product, and I do like to go in because it does feel good, and I'm really surprised that I was able to get my contacts in this morning. So this is going to be helpful to me right now. So I'll be back. I do have quite a large haul that is coming. I did get this. This is Ulta's eye primer, and this is in Nude Matte. Just going to, even though I just did a video saying that I didn't need any new foundations, guess what? I have some new foundations. So I think I want to give this one a try. I actually did a wear test on this, and the only reason I'm using this one today is because I used everything totally neutral. I didn't use my regular primer. I used the Nivea Skin Balm, so it wouldn't, I wanted to see what it would be like standalone with just a plain Jane primer and a plain Jane setting powder. So today I'm going to try this with a little more of a mattifying primer, and I'm going to use a powder that I would normally use. So this will be the foundation that I'm doing, but I think I want to go ahead and do my eyes first. The Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, and I know you guys have seen this all over the place. I'll tell you what I noticed when I went in and swatched it, and I'm just going to throw an eye look together. This isn't specifically for an eye look, so you know, we'll just see what happens. When I went in and swatched this, I thought, well, those feel different than the regular. I didn't use I didn't set my eye primer. Okay, let's set the eye primer because I did forget to do that. But when I went in and I was doing a couple swatches, I was really kind of thinking, this feels different. Like, not in a bad way. It just feels different than my other Naked Basics. And it almost has a more of a creamy consistency. In saying that, I do think there is a little more fallout with these than with the others. So I will show you, I'm holding it upside down just because that's the easiest way for me to hold it and show you a little bit of what I'm doing. I'm just going to take this one and I'm going to mix it in with this one a little bit. I didn't know what that noise was. Zoe's laying on my doorway and she's dreaming and her nail is hitting the door facing. I could not figure out what she was doing. She is sound asleep. Oh, there goes the brush. Okay, so I'm going to try to talk to you guys about the personal part, and I'm going to do it now before I get my mascara and eyeliner on. So if I do get a little emotional, I can just break away, come back when I compose myself and not have a whole face to fix. Some of you know, if you are friends with me, family with me, however you want to say it on Snapchat, you know that 2 weeks ago yesterday, today is Monday, the 26th, our Bloodhound's 10th birthday. So she got scrambled eggs and cheese for breakfast, and she's getting a whole tenderloin for dinner. But anyway, if you follow me on Snapchat, you know that 2 weeks ago yesterday, my aunt lost her battle with cancer. And she was one of my favorite aunts I was closest to. She was an amazing person. I'm not going to go into a lot of details. I need to frame my brows, so that's what I'll be doing right now. With some other things that were traumatic, but basically the Wednesday before she passed, so 2.5 weeks ago, she went into her appointment. She had had half of a chemo treatment the week before because she's been so sick she can't do the whole treatments. And he told her that it was time to call hospice, and she had 2 to 4 weeks. That was on a Wednesday. Thursday, her brother passed away. Her only living sibling passed away. So they didn't tell my aunt because she was already in not a good place. And of course, you know, it was just devastating to the whole family. I do have to say that I am part of an amazing family that when there's a need, everybody pulls together in a beautiful, beautiful way. So she was told that Wednesday. Her brother passed away Thursday, and then Sunday morning at 7:30. My aunt lost her 4-month and 6-day battle with cancer. And it, of course, is devastating anytime you lose anybody. I'm not making play that by any means. I don't want sympathy. I don't want anybody to think, oh no, you think you're the only person that goes through stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this is what I have been going through personally. I thought, you know, I like to hang tough and be the strong one. Granted, you know, 2.5 years, I haven't been the strongest one. After losing my daughter, that just takes you to a whole new level. And I could not, I'm not going to go into detail because I would get upset. I had bad dreams all Tuesday night. My anxiety was absolutely out of control Wednesday, and I called my mom. My mom detected it immediately, and she's like, you need to be there and take care of you. And the only reason I did is I knew I could visit my uncle at a later date, and also I did not want to go and have some kind of a meltdown in front of everybody and it become about me. It was not about me. That was a celebration of my aunt's life. That was for her husband and her 2 daughters, not me. So I stayed here and tore this room apart. This is some heavy butt furniture, and I moved it. Jack came in to check on me, and he's like, what are you doing? And I said, I don't like it like this. I was just in such a manic state. And he's like, what are you doing? And I said, I just don't like it the way it is. And I was, you know, had half the room standing on its end, the other half, everything was a mess. He said, don't do anything till I get back, whatever. So I looked around and I'm like, nothing's going to work the way I want it to work. I put everything back exactly, almost exactly the way it was. And he came in that night and it was almost worth it because he walks in the room and he's like, babe, is this kind of like you had it before? I just did not handle it well. And there were the past 4 months, you know, I've tried to be there so my mom could spend as much time. My sister's been going through a lot. She basically, we were told that she's not going to get the use of her hand back, and her dementia confuses that, and she'll say, you know, we're waiting for the insurance to call us back, and then she'll get upset and she'll cry, and it's just so much. And seeing her go through this when I'm already in a depressed state and making myself go there and be like, hey, let's do this, you know, let's do that, let's watch this. And it's exhausting. We had that storm. It hit my modem box. I used an old modem. My computer went nuts. My big new computer, well, it's a year old, but it's still new to me. And just everything was crazy. It was like everything was falling apart at once, including me. Brush, okay. Let's have a look here. It just started pouring the rain. Are you kidding me? Okay, hold. I gotta check the weather. I have 3 dogs outside. I gotta check the weather map and see how long this is going to last. Honest to goodness. It's not even showing. Look, unplug. It's not even showing there's rain right now. Service call. Hello? Hello?
Hi, this is Jim Stone from National Warranty Services. I'm calling in regards to Cadillac Escalade. Hello?
Hello?
You see your file here still indicates that you have yet to reinstate past your factory warranty. You were mailed notifications already, and this is your final offer. Would you like to hear your options?
No.
I understand, but we are currently running very aggressive specials that your vehicle does qualify for. I'm sure we can fit your budget. Would you like to hear your options?
No.
I'm sorry we couldn't help you today. Have a nice day.
I don't have a Cadillac. I don't have a Cadillac Escalade. I couldn't even say it. It stopped raining. Honestly, understanding that I am glad that my aunt is out of pain, because she was basically sick and in bed from her first treatment, and it just. So then we had things going on the farm. We had one tragedy when we were moving deer, and it was just like everything around me was so negative and so gloomy. And I've told you all, I will not interact when that is my state of mind. I just can't. I tell you, this one is not. It is not. Which is that? I need my eyeball. I can't see anything, y'all. Instinct is not very. I feel like I'm not putting anything on. I don't know how it's coming off on camera, but I'm having a heck of a time with it. And somewhere in that range, somewhere in that time, Chief was sick for 2 weeks. He had pano and wouldn't eat, and it's just been a trip. I'm going in with Lethal, which looks like a deep burgundy. See, that just looks like a muddy mess to me. It does. It looks like a muddy mess. You know, there was only 2 palettes that I really wanted, and this was one, and I'm not real thrilled with it right now. Oh my gosh. For those of you that have seen any of our farm tours, I also showed Precious, which Precious was fighting something. We didn't know what it was, and the vet finally told us that she was fighting cancer. So we had, you know, medications and everything. When we were trying to figure out what was wrong with her, we had all these medications, and Jack spent a lot of money trying to save her. She was my baby. She was the first doe I bottle fed, and I fell in love with her. And he asked me once what I wanted as a wedding gift, and I chose her. She's been getting a lot sicker the past few weeks. I was given a sample of this Cabral. I didn't know if I wanted the 1 or the 3, so she gave me, this is the 1 and the 2, so I'll use this today. So every day when we were waking up, we wondered if she would still be there. And she has little Penelope, her fawn from this year. Well, in the past week, she has gotten really bad, and I am a big believer in you don't make an animal suffer, but the thought of having to make that decision was absolutely eating me alive. Plus, I was in a depression because of my aunt. It was making me think of my daughter. It was just, I was in a very bad place. And so Friday, Jack had told me that that 1 is just too light. I'm going to use the 2. Well, I don't know, maybe it's not. I'll do the 2 on the rest. Friday, Jack had told me that the way she was looking and acting. The way she was looking and acting, that this, you know, Monday, today, after I went to work, would probably be when he would do it if she was still here. And then yesterday morning, she always, because we have been spoiling her so bad, apples, grapes, you know, whatever she wanted, she had. And she would come down every morning, she and Penelope, and then others caught on, so it ended up being, you know, a few more than just them, but that's okay too. But they would come down and have her apples, and she knew every afternoon when she would have apples. And yesterday morning she didn't come down, and I knew Saturday night that she looked bad, and she like stood at the feeder but she didn't eat, and you could tell that the cancer was really, really bad. And I saw Jack coming down the hill, and I said, and he said, she's up there. He said, honey, if she comes down, I'm going to have to. She's not good at all. Fluid was starting to, you know, make her fill up. And so he had to leave for a while. And when I tell you that Precious was my baby, I'm not kidding you. Like, when she had, I think the first 3 or 4 years she had fawns, I held her hoof while she had those fawns. And I'm not going to get upset. I know that sounds, I know that sounds really stupid to some people, but it is what it is. I went up, and she was standing, which he didn't know that she would be able to get up even. And her fawn was with her. Penelope was right there with her. And she looked so bad. And she just kind of looked at me, and I walked up to her, and she just leaned her head into me, and you could tell that the process had started and it was taking its toll. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail about it. And I sat with her and loved on her. And then I'd back off. Penelope will come up to me and she'll eat out of my hand, but she's no Precious. Like, she's not that tame. And she was just, like, you could tell sometimes she was in pain, and she would call out for her, and it was just a horrible, horrible process. And I kept thinking, you know, this is to the point that it's got to be done. I don't want her to go this slow like this. So I was probably up there 2.5 hours, and it got to the point that I just couldn't. And I came down and I called Jack's cell phone, and he was out of service. And finally, no, I texted him and he didn't respond, so I called and he answered, and I said, you've got to come put her out of her misery because she's starting to suffer, and I can't do that to her. And he said, I'll be home in 15 minutes. And he was, and she doesn't hurt anymore. But I tell you what, I was a mess. I was just too much, you know, just too much. It's just been really It's been crazy. I had to wipe some of this away, so I'm putting some back on. Because believe me, my body is dehydrated after yesterday. Oh my gosh. It's been crazy. Darn, you know, I'm really thinking about taking that palette back. I hate to take stuff back, but you know what? I really expected better. I'm very underwhelmed with it. Very underwhelmed with it. That one and the Lorac Mega Pro 3 were the only ones I wanted this year. Those were the only two that I wanted. See, it was $54. It looks muddy. To me, it looks muddy. I'm not thrilled with it. The first time I used it, I used my Too Faced primer. Yesterday when I used it, I used my Urban Decay primer. Today I use the Ulta primer. Okay, I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And oh, I just remembered I did get a new mascara to try. Oh my gosh, look at that tube. Let's look at the brush. Okay. All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. Did I even tell you what kind of foundation it was? From NARS. Something's telling me Beauty Blender. Y'all are probably screaming brush at me. So that is why the video was not up, because I had really wanted to get back into my routine, but this was not a good weekend. And I just couldn't. I could not get on here. I looked so bad yesterday. My eyes were swollen. Oh, it wasn't a good look. Okay. I know. I'll do one side. One side. I just messed up my eyebrows. Do one side with the Ulta Beauty Sponge. And I'll use my Batiste brush on the other side. Oh, I didn't tell you the best part. When I was thinking, you know, I'm going to sit down and do this video today, went in there and washed my face and everything. And I set my toothpaste down and got my cleanser, got my face cloth, turned the water on, lathered up my hands, put it on my hands, and I'm like, why does my face cleanser smell like my toothpaste all over my face? Can't make it up. Alrighty, so let's go on to concealer, and guess what I have? I went in Ulta looking for it, and the next day something just said, go up there. And I did, and they had it in my collar. And this is in light. So it does not take a lot. And I'm going to use the blush blender, beauty blender for blush. I love it for the eye area. I'm going to use Maybelline Dream Matte Powder. I had a a bunch of these stockpiled. Okay, I'm going to go back in with my Goof Proof brow pencil and just clean up where I got foundation on. I'm still liking my Maybelline Brow Precise. This is the fiber volumizer. Still really liking this to set anytime. And it makes, like, where my lashes are sparse, it makes them look less sparse. I've always loved my Trooper eyeliner, and then I use this Physicians Formula, and I love this. But I've noticed with this Trooper, and maybe it's just this one because my first one was not like that, but like it skips and it dry, like I have to put the cap on in between eyes and shake it. And it's not like I go all crazy and do this crazy wing. I don't know, it's just weird. See, my eyeshadow seriously looks like crap. I'm taking it back. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna use my Milani Tantastic Face and Body Bronzer. I'm going to take this brush. There's nothing on it. I just want to kind of blend. Let's go in with the mascara. I'll tell you something else I've been having a little bit of an issue with. And I guess it's just where I was, like, mentally in my own head. As your channel grows, you get more and more offers. And before I go any further, let me explain something. What I choose to do with my channel does not mean anything negative about anybody else that chooses to do anything else with their channel. That's the beauty of it. It's our channel. We can do what we like, what we feel comfortable. I am all about supporting other YouTubers. This is 770 in Mauvet from Maybelline's last line. This color gives me like, okay, what I was saying. I'll just talk to you while I take my curlers out. How's that? As your channel grows, you get more offers. Now, everybody has plans for their channel. Sometimes those change, sometimes they don't. But I think the beauty of it is that we have that flexibility to do whatever we want with our channel. Now, in saying that, I have been approached about several different things, and personally, I am not a person that you can tell what to do. You can suggest it. Oh, by the way, I got my hair cut. You can suggest it, but don't tell me you're going to send me this product and you're shipping it out, say, Wednesday, and I should have it either Saturday or Monday, and you want a review by the next Wednesday. That's not going to happen. And this is a product, you know, I'm talking companies I've never heard of. Now, granted, I'm willing to try a new product, but I have to have the right to give it time to try if it's something that I have not used. I have to be able to say, my true feelings. Now, granted, if it's something that does not work, if it doesn't work for me for whatever reason, I would probably let my mom or my daughter try it and then get their feedback. If it didn't work for anyone, then I would probably contact the company and say, listen, this just didn't work for whatever reason. How about I just send it back to you, not do a video? I'm fine with that. But to basically send me a script of what they want me to say, I can't do it. I can't. I won't. To expect somebody to try something for the first time and get a review out and just that would give me anywhere from 2 to 4 days to try it. My mind can change a lot in 2 to 4 days, especially something, like a foundation that I'm going to try different primers, etc. I love to review things and try things and share my thoughts on those things for you. That doesn't mean it's going to be ironclad for everyone. Everybody's skin is different. Everybody's hair is different. The whole 9 yards. So, I don't know. It just really bothered me. Some of the things, I guess seeing, some of the things that were expected before I even said I would do it. And like I said, I have no problem helping fellow YouTubers. I was getting ready to Mom and I were getting ready to place a big Amazon order, like a couple $100. And I watched Miss Kristen 321, I believe it is, talk about this brush. So I ordered Mom and I one. And I hope she does get, credit or whatever for all that was in that order, not just this. That is fine with me. I have no problem with it. I really feel when I watch her, when she gives her opinion on something, it's legit. It's legit. I was sent that razor and I was honest. This is my opinion. They gave me an affiliate link. I didn't use it. I think I have an affiliate link to Makeup Geek, and I'm seriously thinking about taking that down. Just don't know. I'm just on the fence about it. I don't even know that I'm comfortable with it. I'm at an hour and a half right now, but I've poked and talked, and I won't be able to edit out a whole lot like I normally would because I did talk a lot, but I wanted to get you guys updated on where I was and that I'm not just, ignoring anybody now that I've inhaled way too much hairspray. So that's kind of what I'm struggling with. So I'm pretty sure that sponsored videos are going to be out for me if this is what they're like, because I won't do it. I'll buy my own, and if I do a video on it, I'll even show you the receipt where I got it. You know what I mean? For me, for my channel, I just don't like to be told, say this, do this by then. And I've just barely got the product in the mail, and you want me to tell people I've been using it for how long? I just won't. So, and that really bothered me because I'm like, who doesn't want, I would much rather have some free things sent to me so I can try them and share my thoughts and views on them, but not at a price like that. I'll buy my own. I have no issue in building my own collection. I have no issue having the collection I have now. Yeah, I own so much Urban Decay, it is not funny. It makes me sad. I was looking forward to this so much. But this color right here, this is ridiculous. I just feel like all I got was a muddy eye look. And I'm not paying $54 for a palette that is that disappointing to me, personally. I'm not trying to shove my feelings on anybody. But, you know, true story here. I don't have to work that hard with a Morphe palette, the ones that I've used so far. And I didn't pay $54 for them. So, you know, I'm not, beautiful packaging, beautiful. I think I have all but their Moon Dust palettes. Love, love. This one, disappointed. And I want to take it back. I'm not going to spend $54 to have something just so I can keep it because it's pretty. I'm over that stage of my life, I think. So I guess I'm going to Sephora, and not for a good thing. I hate to return stuff, I just do. But I do, like, I hate this mascara, by the way. Yeah, I want to get back to the fun parts. Trying makeup out, playing with it. You know, this NARS foundation, this All Day Luminous, this is a new foundation out, but it's new to me. Maybe somebody out there has thought about getting it also. And I just wanted to, you know, give my opinion on it. I can tell you right now, I like it much better. I have combination skin in the spring and summer months, and sometimes into the fall. It just depends on the temperature and the humidity. But I like it much better with the mattifying primer and powder. I do. Just to keep it, I'm probably still going to have a glow, a pretty glow, but the mattifying primer and powder are going to keep it from breaking apart if my T-zone gets a little oily. Look how dark it's getting. My lighting has changed so much. I have my overhead light on. It's going to storm like a crazy thing here in a little bit. So I need to go bring all the dogs in, get everybody situated so I can head to town. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I've missed you more than you will ever know, but I want to bring you guys the best. And I mean, I don't want to say professional, but I want to keep it beauty. I want to keep it upbeated, keep it upbeat and happy and positive. And you know, this is our happy place. But I just didn't want you to think that I like was just laying back, ignoring everybody, because I haven't been. So thank you again. I love you, love you, love you, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.